It's time to party. The Celtics ready for their rolling rally through the streets of Boston. We've got everything you need to know if you're coming to the parade.
An NBA champion walking on Boylston Street to a sea of support.
It's special, man. It's unbelievable. I'm loving it.
Al Horford serving up smiles.
Will it rain on the parade? I'll let you know if you need your umbrella.
Building a banner. A local company has already begun a project for the rafters. See what goes into making banner number 18.
This is 7 News Today in New England.
First at 6, we are celebrating the Celtics. It feels great to be a C's fan. We're just a few hours away from the championship parade, and there's a lot of excitement in the building.
That's right. The route is ready for the duck boats. They're going to be carrying the players throughout Boston to share the trophy with fans. It's been more than 5 years since we last had a parade here in Boston, a rolling rally. That was for the 2019 Pats.
Let's take a live look outside at TD Garden, where finally that heat wave is over after the last 3 days. It's still a little humid out here, but it's really not too bad. We're ready to cue the duck boats. Good Friday morning, and thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We are live from TD Garden. I'm Amaka Ubaka.
And I'm Brandon Gano. You know, we've been talking about this heat for so long. I think it's actually nice because those Patriots parades right in the freezing cold. Yeah. I'll take this every day.
You don't need the gloves, and it's even a little breezy out here, which is perfect.
Absolutely. So for everything you need to know for Celtics fans, headed out to the parade to Al Horford, surprising fans on Boylston Street, and the local company that is making Banner 18. We have Team 7 coverage, but let's first get a check of that parade forecast with meteorologist Josh Worcester.
It is a warm and it is a sticky, muggy morning out there, but yeah, I'm with you. Yesterday I said, you know what, in January we will be thankful for the heat that we had yesterday. Thankfully there's no more extreme heat, but it will stay plenty warm today and through the weekend too. Waking up to numbers that are about 70 degrees, 71 in Boston, a lot of us in the upper 60s, but it is still sticky and it is still muggy. Dew points in the 60s. Will stay here for the morning, and then in the afternoon we kind of go on two different journeys. Inland spots will continue to warm. We have another nice summer day today. Don't worry, it's not the extreme heat, but on the coastline we'll begin to cool. So if you're heading to the rolling rally, 9 a.m. we're at 80 degrees. It's a fast warm up in the morning. It's warm and it's humid. By 11 o'clock we're in the 80s. There's a low chance of a little passing shower 11 to noon and to 1 o'clock. I think it's very isolated. Most of us will stay dry, and I'm not too overly concerned about it, and that's through 1 o'clock as well. Notice on the coastline, we start to cool down with an onshore breeze. That will not be the case for our inland spots. You will continue to warm into the 80s for the afternoon today. Once we get past parade time, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we'll increase the chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head through the evening today, and we'll keep that chance around for the weekend, too. We'll talk more about it and time it out in your full forecast.
All right, time now for
So what is on your screen right now, of course, is going to be some of those road closures that we're going to be seeing very shortly. Everybody's making their way into the city for the Celtics parade. So if you are traveling anywhere, this is what you have to keep in mind. Boylston Street, Tremont, and Causeway Street are all going to be closed off. Detours will definitely be in place, or you're going to have to find them yourself. But just something to keep in mind, if you're traveling in and around those areas, be aware you're not going to be able to get by. It's going to be crowded with everybody there to see the parade. So we'll kind of keep you posted on that. A couple other things to mention, too, as you are traveling right now in Stoughton. Some minor delays has gotten better. We do have a crash on 24 North right by 139. Not as bad as before. An extra 10 or 15 minutes will definitely help that situation as you are traveling on the expressway. Just be prepared and give yourself some time out there too. As we're getting a look on 128 in Peabody, really not too bad. Both directions here are looking pretty good out there.
It is trophy time for Celtics fans. Some were lucky to get to touch the trophy as head coach Joe Mazzulla surprised fans in Quincy at a restaurant. And fans have been waiting so long for this parade. It's finally here. Some have been waiting for me for like, what, 16 years?
I know, and it's so hard to believe. In just a couple of hours, more than 1 million people are expected to line the streets of the parade route. So a lot of excitement on this Friday morning. For all the details, let's send it out to 7's Dan Housley. He's live at City Hall Plaza with more right before the parade. Dan?
Good morning, Amaka and Brandon. Yes, fans have been waiting actually a couple of days extra, maybe because of the heat that maybe pushed this back to today when temperatures might be a little bit milder. But that just meant the celebration has already begun.
The countdown is on, and the duck boats are fitted with swag worthy of a championship.
This isn't our first rodeo. They got it down to a science.
All that's missing, the Celtics stars who will be riding them later today, and they've been busy. A mural of head coach Joe Mazzulla is now proudly painted in Central Square. And he's been getting his steps in with the Larry O'Brien Trophy in town. 7 News was the first camera rolling when he paraded it through the North End, going from restaurant to restaurant, taking pictures and even letting fans touch it, including these young basketball fans at the Fowler House Cafe in Quincy. The trophy also made an appearance when Mazzulla paid his boxing gym a visit.
Oh snap, he's coming in here with the trophy. The fact that Joe was kind enough to make a stop here was awesome. It was says something about this community.
The entire city and beyond, so proud of the team. Celtics star Jason Tatum with a special congrats from the McDonald's on Soldiers Field Road in Alston, where employees have loved to see him in the drive-thru, especially before that Game 5 that made the city of Boston a winner again. All of these appearances,
Go Celtics!
Giving fans a taste of what celebrating with the C's will be like as the duck boats take them through the city of Boston.
We knew when we won, we were going to be here. That's all that mattered.
Excited. What more can you ask for? It's the best thing in the world.
And a couple of do's and don'ts as you're celebrating the Celts. Do use public transit if at all possible. And don't plan on drinking in public. Don't plan on jumping up on light poles or mailboxes to try to get a better view. And police say they want to keep it safe for everyone. We're live along the parade route on City Hall Plaza. Dan Housley, 7 News Today in New England.
Al Horford is serving up smiles, fans getting high fives and surrounding the Celtics big man on Boylston Street as he visited Raising Cane's. Hundreds of people waited in the heat just to get a glimpse of Big Al.
Yeah, and the champ was grinning from ear to ear. He looked great out there, great attitude. Let's go live to 7 Stephen Quinn, who is outside of the Garden with more. Stephen.
Brennan, you mentioned how Celtics fans have been waiting 15 years for this. Al Horford has been waiting for this moment his entire career, and he is clearly ready to make the most of it. Boylston Street in Boston was rocking Thursday afternoon when Celtics star Al Horford decided to grab a little lunch.
What does it mean to be here in Boston today as a champion? It's special, man. It's unbelievable. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
The power forward eating at Raising Cane's Chicken as part of a promotional event and seemed to be relishing the moment, even if it is a little hard to speak with your mouth full.
I'm a little hot, but unbelievable.
The five-time All-Star, winning his first NBA title during his 17-year pro career, says it was like a dream come true.
We're still caught up in, the celebration, the confetti going down, everything that just transpired within the last couple days.
I want the alley-oop cane sauce.
Samantha Robinson waited 5 hours in the heat to meet Horford and was barely able to describe the feeling.
Al Horford's my favorite player ever, so he's amazing. And yeah, why wouldn't you wait out here for him?
Horford emerging from the eatery, wowed by the crowd and loving every minute.
Taking the time out, we're celebrating,
Horford still on cloud nine and says, just like the fans, he can't wait for the rolling rally.
It's gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna enjoy every second of it.
Fans is ready to enjoy every second of it as well and ready to wait. We're still 5 hours away from this parade starting, and already, well, you can see they're excited. That gives you just a little snippet of what we expect to see throughout this morning and early afternoon. Live here outside of TD Garden, Stephen Quinn, 7 News Today in New England.
Stephen, thank you. And because of the parade, schools in Boston are closed. The announcement made late yesterday that summer vacation begins today, and I don't think the kiddos are too disappointed about that. The district decided it wouldn't be safe for students to get out while the parade was underway.
And a local company is making history. Literally, they are hard at work with the task of putting together banner number 18. Somebody's got to do it right. 7's Olivia Michael, also live outside TD Garden this morning with more. Olivia?
Yeah, Brandon, of course, everyone's excited for the Celtics to raise banner 18, but what actually goes into making that banner? We caught up with the people responsible who are hard at work just a couple miles outside of Boston. When it comes to Banner 18, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Seamstresses at New England Flag and Banner in Woburn were hard at work Thursday sewing the banner for the Boston Celtics.
We are very pleased to be doing a banner for them. Nothing could make us more excited. We all grew up around here, been, rabid Celtics fans since we were little. all the way through the different eras and the different teams.
The business is one of the oldest companies in Massachusetts and has been hand-making flags since 1892, and they have the process down. The banner will go through several production phases before it's ready to hang at the TD Garden. Each piece of fabric is stitched entirely by hand by individual seamstresses before being cut, lined, stretched, and ironed. A key part of the production process is also the not-so-secret tradition of sewing a penny into the label for good luck.
So for the Celtics, we will actually go to the bank, and we use Watertown Savings Bank, and we will get from them a shiny penny and put it inside.
And the team says they're not just doing it to honor the team, they're doing it for the fans too.
On that night, whether you're watching on TV or at the Garden itself, the fans are going to be able to stand up and cheer, and every single time they go to that game, they're going to go up and see 2024 world champions. They're going to remember when they see that banner years to come.
As you can hear, it may only be 6 a.m., but the party is well underway here outside of the Garden. There have been fans out here since 4 o'clock in the morning. Going back to that banner, it will be raised for the first time during next season's opening night in October. We're live in Boston. Olivia Michaels, 7 News Today in New England.
And our coverage of the Celtics celebration continues. There may be some famous faces in the crowd today. The Stars, who say they are going to the parade.
Plus, a Celtics fan getting a tattoo touch-up. See how he's fixing a championship tattoo? They got just a little too early.
All right, so be sure to turn to 7 this morning when the Celtics championship parade begins rolling down the streets of Boston. We'll have live coverage at 10 a.m. right here on the news station.
Guys, I just have to say, to give you a little bit of perspective, it's only, just after 6 o'clock, and we're hearing the honks, the fans walking by. Everybody is excited about this parade.
Oh, there's some people that have been out here already to get some prime real estate right out in front of the Garden. In fact, I think they were here like 5:45, so just think about that.
Oh, just so excited to celebrate Banner 18, guys. Juliana and Sam will send it back to you guys in the studio with other news of the day.
I mean, they got the right idea out there.
They really do. Yeah, get there early, start the party early, and then everybody who comes is just going to follow your energy.